being a wedding MC really influenced your decision to become a matchmaker and start Cuddlenotes?
Well, I've been hosting since 2007 and then 2010 officially here in the US. I've done a lot of weddings between that time and now. During these weddings, as the MC, you get to see a lot of beautiful singles and handsome singles as well, and over the years, I think I might have been able to come to a conclusion as to why it's been a lot of singles. It's like I've gone to 6 to 10 weddings and I've seen the same single person in that wedding, and I'm like, wait, something is going on. But I think for a lot of us as Africans, some of us are not really very social once it has to do with going out and all that stuff. And a lot of us don't want to go to the club. Okay, so we're not so good with creating activities where people can just meet and mingle and play games and all that stuff. We're not just good at it. Okay, some people do it, but they do it in their homes. Obviously, when you're doing it in your home, you're going to invite just your circle of friends, So I figured that that might be one of the reasons why it's always a lot of single folks at a wedding. So the wedding became the hangout spot for a lot of people, whether they were invited or not. I actually know of a bunch of singles that actually call themselves the wedding crashers. They will come to your wedding, but they were coming to look for potentials, and I could see what's going on at a venue because I'm pretty much the one standing and I'm looking virtually over everybody,
Okay.
and you could just tell from the energy, that as Africans and in the African community, I think they're beginning to enjoy these weddings the moment they get to 28, 29 and above, The younger ones probably still want to go to the bars and the lounge, but for our people, we just don't fancy it. So events become the big thing. Now we don't do a lot of events, but there are a lot of
It's just weddings. We do weddings.
A lot of weddings, So you see them there, professionals, very intelligent folks, And I decided in 2018 and said, you know what, I would like to start Cuddlenotes, and make it primarily for Africans. And then, of course, friends of Africa. And I'm not interested in, deviating from that at all because we need it in our community, especially here in the US. I don't know about other places, but I hear it's the same thing, it's a lot of Africans, single Africans around that are doing very well and just need to, be matched. And, that's why we started with the company. And so far, so good. Surprisingly, we were kind of like worried, scared that we would
Why?
get because
Why
we're thinking because our people are like one of the most bougie in the whole world,
Well, we
We look
only
at
what in this context, what does that mean?
well, because a lot of, for instance, a lot of the women don't want to come up as desperate. They just
Right.
they want the men to do the right thing, and then just there's a stigma, surrounding a lot of the reasons why most of us are single. It's either the culture or the tradition or the religion or even the system here in the States. So we got to break it down, and we need to
Okay.
kind of like bring people's guards down and let them be able to mingle. So that birthed Cuddlenotes. And 2021 we decided to go 10 steps ahead. 2020 we officially launched in April, had some setbacks, trying to figure out a good system to work, and then in June we came back and we wanted to do it manually, match people manually, and it was overwhelming. The people that came in and needed our help was overwhelming. And then we decided to create a way better system that at least can do 80% of the work automatically, right?
Okay.
Then we can come in and just kind of like touch up here and there, so far, so good.
So how does it work for someone who's searching online? How does it work?
Okay, so basically, right now we're very much, we do have a good presence in Google. But again, there's a lot of marketing that still needs to be done. However, initially when we started, we wanted to help virtually everybody. Impossible. impossible.
Right.
So right now we created a system that identifies 3 sets of individuals. One is either you're coming in on the system for free. You can only look, you can't do anything on the site. You can just, stare at people, admire people, and that's about it, right?
Okay.
And then we have the second set that we consider the premium users, right? Those are the ones that get to pay $29.99 a month, right? To be able to communicate with everybody or anybody. Now, the good thing about this site is most of the people that join the site know that there is an MC Chazz to it. So on the outside, I'm doing some work trying to break those walls down and let them feel free and be who they need to be, which is themselves. Come in and just see it more of a community versus just a website, right?
Okay.
And then we also have the last set of individuals who are the ones that might want private matching. That can cost anywhere from $3,000 and up, right? With that one, we tend to do a little bit more work. We're more involved with the process, With the $29.99, you could just send a message to anybody and hopefully they respond. I don't have to do anything. But with those looking for private matching, we do virtually everything. It's more like just go home, we'll go get you your man, or go home, we'll go get you your woman, So there's a lot that's involved. And obviously, if the people are in the US, we tend to do a background check on the person, try to verify as much information as possible. And then also, if they want us to do some type of matching with someone who is not in America, let's say, for instance, somewhere in Nigeria, then we have to kind of like do a little bit more vetting, like let's get to the families and do some background check and all that stuff. So that definitely is more than the $3,000. But within here, we see that $3,000 is a very, very good price compared to a lot of other folks out there. I had a friend who paid $10,000 to be on Tuscafy, and they still couldn't find her a Nigerian man because she wanted a Nigerian man. But Chazz got all the Nigerian men. You know what I'm saying? Telling you.